What if your shadow could tell the truth? The truth you don't want others to know. The truth you don't want yourself to know. Your shadow follows you everywhere, silent, loyal, and observant. But what if one day it finally decided to speak? What would it say? And more importantly, could you handle what it knows? Think about it. Your shadow has seen every single version of you, not the polished, curated one you post online, not the confident, cheerful one you show to your friends and coworkers, but the real one, the one that exists when no one else is watching. It was there during your proudest, most triumphant moments, stretching tall and bold behind you. And it was there when you broke down alone in your room, curled up and small in the dim light. It knows the things you regret, the promises you broke, the words you never had the courage to say out loud. Your shadow knows the absolute truth because it never blinks, it never forgets, and it never, ever looks away. While everyone else sees the mask you wear, your shadow sees the face underneath. It has witnessed your every fear, your every lie, your every secret, and your every moment of quiet desperation. It's seen your kindness when you thought no one was looking, and it's seen the selfish thoughts you'd never admit to anyone. It knows you better than your parents, your best friend, or even your partner, because it has never left your side. It is the silent archivist of your entire life. So let's play this out. Imagine waking up one morning, the sun is just starting to peek through your window, casting long, familiar shapes across the room. As you sit up, you hear a voice. It's not coming from the TV or your phone, it's coming from right behind you. It's soft, eerily familiar, and a little haunting, and it says, "I know who you really are." What would it say first? It wouldn't start with the big, dramatic secrets. It would start with the small, everyday truths you hide. It might reveal the real reason you walked away from someone you claimed you didn't care about, whispering, "You were scared of getting hurt, weren't you?" It would see the moments you pretended to be okay, when inside you were falling apart, and murmur, "You don't have to carry this all by yourself." It would expose the pain you hid behind a forced smile, the lies you told to protect yourself or someone else, and the dreams you quietly abandoned because you were afraid of failing. Your shadow wouldn't say these things to punish you. Think of it this way. For your entire life, it has carried these truths alone, in silence. It has watched you struggle under the weight of them. Maybe, just maybe, it's speaking up because it can't bear the silence anymore. It wants you to be free. The first thing your shadow would probably tell you is the one truth you most need to hear, the one that could finally set you on the right path, even if it hurts to listen. In a world where shadows speak, how would human interaction change? The very foundation of social etiquette would crumble. There would be no more pretending. You could be at a party and someone asks you how you're doing. You'd reply with the automatic, "I'm fine, thanks." But your shadow, dark on the wall behind you, would whisper to them, "No, you're not." You cried on the way here. You could smile politely at a colleague you secretly dislike, but your shadow would tell them, "Don't trust that smile. It's not real." Think about job interviews. A candidate says, "I'm a great team player." Their shadow might add, "Only when it benefits me." Honesty would no longer be a choice you make. It would be an unavoidable consequence of simply existing in the light. Deception would become impossible. White lies, flattery, fake enthusiasm, all of it, gone. The social fabric as we know it would unravel and reweave itself into something brutally, uncomfortably honest. But would this be a curse, or could it be a blessing? Not all truth is painful. Sometimes your shadow would be your greatest protector, your ultimate guide. It knows your deepest potential because it's seen you at your most determined. When you're filled with self-doubt on the verge of giving up, your shadow might lean in and say, "You're stronger than you think. Stop doubting yourself. Remember that other time you thought you would break? You survived. You always do." It could also serve as your moral compass. Imagine you're about to make a bad decision, a choice that goes against your true character. Your shadow might warn you, its voice a low hum of caution. "This path you're taking, it's not you. This isn't who you want to become. Turn back before you get lost for good." In this way, your shadow isn't your enemy. It's the raw, unfiltered part of your consciousness. It's the part of you that refuses to lie, especially to yourself. It's your truest self, given a voice. Of course, for some people, this new reality would be a living nightmare. They would be utterly terrified. Not of monsters or criminals, but of their own shadow. Because their shadow knows everything they've worked so hard to conceal. It knows the wrong choices they made in secret. It knows about their hidden addictions, the ones they swear they have under control. It knows about the gnawing jealousy they feel towards a friend's success, the guilt over something they did years ago that they never confessed, or the unrequited love they never had the courage to admit. For these people, walking out into the sunlight would be like standing naked in a crowd. Their shadow would show the world who they truly are, not who they pretend to be. There would be nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You couldn't just stay in the dark forever. Eventually, you have to step into the light. And when you do, your truth, all of it, would be there for the world to see. People might fear their own shadow more than any external enemy, because it represents a judgment they can never escape. Now, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Imagine a world, a society, completely transformed by this phenomenon. What would it look like? Politicians couldn't make empty promises on the campaign trail because their shadows would reveal their true intentions to the entire electorate. Corrupt business leaders couldn't lie to their shareholders. Cheaters in relationships couldn't hide their infidelity. Their shadows would give them away the moment they walked in the door. Fake friends would disappear instantly. The world would be a profoundly uncomfortable place at first. There would be chaos, heartbreak, and a global crisis of identity, but what would emerge from the ashes? A world that is, for the first time, completely and totally real. A world without hidden motives, without fake emotions, without deception. It would be a harder world, but perhaps a better one. So, if your shadow could finally speak, after a lifetime of silent observation, what would be its final message to you? It wouldn't be a threat or a judgment. It wouldn't try to hurt you or expose you for the sake of it. After revealing all your hidden truths, it would probably leave you with one simple, powerful piece of advice. It would say, be honest with yourself. So I don't have to be honest for you. Because the truth is, your shadow already knows everything you hide. It's not waiting to condemn you. It's waiting for you to accept your whole self, the good, the bad, the light, and the dark. The only question that remains is, are you ready to hear it? Thanks for watching. If this idea got you thinking, hit that like button and subscribe for more what-ifs that challenge the way you see the world. Let me know in the comments, what's the first thing you think your shadow would say? See you next time.